fish of my lifetime.
But there's a bait.
Well, I do have them for you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've made some popper mixes.
Oh, that's
The
awesome.
last kilo. So I've got 1 kilo of them. I'll make them for you. The old green ones.
Yeah, 16 mils.
Like a browny green.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Probably.
Hello, my name's Gary from Swedish Bait Mechanics. Today I'm joined by two of my team, and Claus, hjorth, hansen, and Robert Martinsson, and we're going to talk to you about one of our baits called the OJ. I know both of you have used the OJ, and Robert, you've used it from the very start. You tested it for us for well over a year, didn't you?
I loved it, or I loved it from the start.
Yeah.
It's been fishing really good for me. I think first session I had 3 fish.
The very first time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I called you up and just, dude,
Yeah.
this bait is the bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've been fishing it, well, everywhere. In France, in Sweden, now in Poland.
Okay.
Working everywhere for me. I love the smell. It has a beautiful citric acid tone to it, a bit squiddish as
Yeah,
well.
that's right. Yeah, the dark squid extract we put in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has both, or the best from both worlds, in my opinion. So you have a bit fruitiness, but stinker, so to say, to it.
And it's funny you should say you caught from the off, because we developed it as like a long-term food bait rather than sort of the SL and the SL2. They're food baits, but you know they're designed to be from the off, really. They work with the punch. But for you haven't found that at all.
No, it's, as you know, when you give somebody a boilie and they crumb it together and they smell it, it's like, whoa, what is this bait?
I mean,
because it smells so good, and you get why the carp loves it.
when I'm rolling this bait, I love it.
Yeah.
You're just sniffing it the whole time, though. I mean,
The whole studio.
It smells so gorgeous, doesn't it?
I must admit though that first time I heard about it, I was thinking like, oh, here we go, another orange bait.
Like everyone else,
Yeah,
like a
but-
cheaper sort of, yeah.
But that's not the case. It's like Robert said, like it's an undertone-ish.
It's a
like,
background.
really subtle, nice smell to it.
Yeah. It's completely different from all the other, well, the old other like orange bait I've smelled on the market, since they are just pure orange juice, or they're pure juice, so to say.
I mean, and the bait we make, it's pre-digested fish meals, milk proteins and everything, and we fill it. It's got a lot of amino acid profile to it, liptic acids from the oil that we use, because it's got a very high, lovely tangerine oil actually.
Yeah.
And we, not like other baits, we actually use a special liquid, and we mix it with our oils. I think I told you about this, and what it does is it actually helps it to leak in cold water as well.
Oh yeah.
I think you were saying about you've used it all through the year.
Yeah.
No matter what the temperature of the water.
Doesn't matter, in my opinion. Then of course, I can maybe change the hook bait a bit, or depending on what time of the year. I love fishing these OJ fluoros during early spring.
Yeah.
It's like, as I said, orange is the new yellow.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of pineapple, which almost everyone used during the spring, I use these ones.
Maybe even overused.
Yeah. I mean, these ones, like all our pop-up range, we double dose the flavours. So they are, when you smell these ones, I'll give those to you. Yeah, you can smell the orange a little bit more in them, can't you?
Yeah.
They come through a little bit more.
They don't have the same squiddiness.
No, they still got it in there.
Yeah.
Without being too much.
Exactly. Yeah, the balance.
Yeah.
I mean, and you use the original. We have our cork pop-ups as well.
This is the wafters, and it's I've been using those quite a bit. You told me that I should give them a try, and I've been trying them quite a lot.
You were fishing a hard lake, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you with the bottom baits, and those fish are so used to being hooked, they were picking up the hook baits, and if they were just sucking from a distance.
Yeah.
When I was fishing the lake with SL, and I noticed when I was watching them, they were hovering off the bottom, and they were sucking on the bottom baits, and the one with the hook in, it was a bit heavier, and it would just sort of hover off the bottom a little bit, and they'd leave it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why we started doing the wafters.
And these ones, they look awesome. They look like
the cork
small.
dust. We put a lot of cork dust in those, and they're better buoyancy if you're using heavier rigs and things like that. Choddies, hinge stiffs, things with a bigger hook. We're using smaller bait, big hook type rigs,
But they smell so nice, and I believe when you use the cork powder, it sucks in the juice or the smell onto them. Because if I pull one of these up after one night or 12 hours fishing, they still smell.
Still hold that attractors, exactly.
But beautiful pop-up as well. But I'm using, I think I use more the natural one, you know, top it with one of our toppers instead.
Yeah.
Like a piece of pineapple or a piece of that one, just having some color to it.
Just for the visual attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a flick. Yeah.
And that's why we make the fluoros as well, because to be honest, I'm happy for fishing what we call the food baits, you know, and we got the hard hook baits there as well, which are like stones basically. I mean,
especially for like fishing abroad.
Which you do a lot of.
Yeah. You need a harder hook bait.
Yeah, you do. Crayfish, poisson chat.
Just a peace of mind actually.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're fishing basically.
Yeah, you won't reel it up and the bait is gone.
That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But you can fish the bottom bait straight out. If you haven't got a lot of problem fish, I'd like to fish the bottom baits. I mean, it's nice to have. I like to match everything in. I must say, I'm not really a fluoro guy. You know, I like to fish the food baits a little bit more.
But I've been, well, since the OJ is my favorite bait of all the baits I've ever used. I even, you know, when I'm fishing here, it's just my PVAs are crumbed OJ boilies. I don't use pellets in my PVA anymore. It's pure OJ style.
Yeah, it's a really good food. It catches a lot of fish, and it can be really good if I found if you go to water that's been dominated by stinky, oily fish meals. Sometimes just having something a little bit, and red fish meals we know is fished a lot. Red fish is amazing. Yeah. It is, you know, no denying that.
But they can blow.
They can blow, yeah. and the OJ can turn the doors around, and you can start having fish again. You can unlock the lake.
Absolutely.
I know you've been using the OJ here because I can see on your hoodie there. You need to wash it actually.
Yeah, and I just washed it before we came here.
You've been having a few fish, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a few, and all on or most fish on the OJ straight off. Been fishing. I think I'm using 2 rods with OJ, but it's been 2 rods delivering fish. So
hopefully you get some more tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
I got a handful of Marco. So here we have it, my birthday fish of the week or the weekend. A beautiful 19.34 kilo fish. Massive. Such a nice fight. Beautiful. New personal best common, which I've been fighting to get, and well, here it is. So I'm proper chuffed. Nice fish. That's a nice fish.
In 2 nights fishing, this place has been unreal.
Yeah.
The mouth on that thing. You need to get that. It's £40 common, mate.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.